In this podcast episode, Connor Beaton, a prominent figure in men's personal development, delves into the often ignored topic of men's emotional health. He discusses the societal conditioning that has led many men to suppress their emotions and the importance of embracing and expressing feelings for personal growth and healthier relationships. Beaton begins by addressing the stereotype that men have a bad reputation when it comes to emotions. He argues that men often feel emotions intensely, but have been conditioned to suppress them. This suppression, he explains, is a result of generational teachings that equate emotional expression with weakness. Phrases like man up and stiff upper lip have contributed to a culture where men are discouraged from exploring their emotional depths. As a result, many men find themselves disconnected from their feelings, leading to a lack of emotional vocabulary and an inability to articulate their experiences. Beaton emphasizes that emotions are not a hindrance, but rather essential data that can inform decision-making and enhance life experiences. He likens emotions to a balance sheet, suggesting that ignoring them is akin to making financial decisions without understanding the underlying data. By developing emotional awareness, men can gain insights into their relationships, careers, and overall sense of purpose. Beaton argues that true fulfillment comes from engaging with emotions rather than avoiding them. To help men navigate their emotional landscape, Beaton outlines a four-step process. The first step is developing awareness of one's emotions. This involves recognizing the physical sensations associated with different feelings, such as anger or sadness. The second step is labeling the experience of these emotions, which helps in understanding their intensity and impact. The third step involves journaling or expressing these feelings to gain clarity and insight. Finally, men should identify what their emotions are trying to communicate, allowing for a deeper understanding of their emotional state. Beaton acknowledges that many men struggle with the permission to feel their emotions. He encourages listeners to confront what they are avoiding emotionally, as this acknowledgement can be a powerful first step toward healing. He also highlights the importance of building tolerance for emotions, particularly for those who may have been conditioned to view feelings as threats. Throughout the discussion, Beaton stresses the value of community and support in the emotional journey. He suggests that men should seek out groups or communities where they can share their experiences and feelings without judgment. This communal aspect can provide accountability and encouragement, making it easier for men to express themselves authentically. He notes that having friends or partners who can help identify when one is explaining rather than expressing can be invaluable in this process. A significant theme in the podcast is the distinction between explaining and expressing emotions. Beaton points out that men often default to explaining their feelings, which can create a disconnect in relationships. Instead, he advocates for expressing emotions, which fosters deeper connections and understanding. By articulating feelings rather than merely explaining circumstances, men can create more meaningful interactions with others. Beaton also addresses the complexities of grief, sadness, and depression. He explains that grief is not solely tied to loss, but can also arise from transitions and changes in life. He encourages men to allow themselves to grieve and to seek support from others during these times. The act of expressing grief, he argues, is essential for processing emotions and moving forward. For those dealing with depression, Beaton emphasizes the importance of physical activity and seeking help. He suggests that men should not shy away from asking for support when feeling overwhelmed. Engaging in breath work and other practices can also help in accessing and processing emotions. Ultimately, Beaton presents the journey of feeling emotions as a path to emotional mastery. He acknowledges that this process may initially feel uncomfortable and may require men to confront feelings of powerlessness. However, he argues that true strength lies in the ability to feel and express emotions authentically. By embracing vulnerability, men can cultivate deeper connections and a more profound sense of purpose in their lives.